Yo, what it is, gang? I say, yo, what it is, gang? It's KK on the check-in for KK's Corner. It's KK on the check-in for KK's Corner. As y'all know, man, how I start every episode of KK's Corner, every podcast with a story time. Now, this week, y'all, my team might not agree with it, but I'm going to do it anyway. This week, I'm giving y'all a story time about a podcast guest from hell. Yes, a podcast guest from hell, okay? Buddy hit me up, you feel me? He like, yo, I want to come on your show. I'm like, cool, sent him a price sheet. He picked the price, paid the fee, came on the show. Now, I can admit my flaws. You know, I'm a young stud. I'm still a girl, young tenderoni. I can admit my flaws. I was irritated and tired the day we did the interview because it was 4th of July weekend and I had like 7-8 events back to back. I was tired. So we did the interview, but it was half-assed. So I'm talking to my main cameraman. He like, yo, look, hit dude up. Tell him let's re-record it. I really don't like the way it was. It's not a good look on you. It's not a good reflection of your brand. We're not putting that out. I'm like, you know what, bro? You right. Thanks for being a great friend. We're not putting that out. So I go in DM Buddy. I'm like, yo, man, let's go on here, reshoot the video. You know what I'm saying? The energy, the vibe just wasn't right. And he knew it wasn't right because the interview was only 15 minutes. Y'all know I'm a yapping ass hoe. I'd be talking for like 30 minutes to an hour. So you know when I tell you 15 minutes, it really wasn't talking about nothing. I don't even think I had a story time. You feel me? So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, let's reshoot it. Let's reschedule. Buddy tried to act Hollywood on me. He act like he ain't want to reshoot it. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just send you some of your money back. We going to be done with that. He like, all right, cool. We get on the phone. We talk about it. I send him his money back. 2 weeks later, he come hit up my DM. Yo, what an interview, banging my DM down. I'm like, Brody, I already sent you your money back. You already know what it is. Cool. Last night, came and messaged me again for the, what? Now, this is our third conversation we had about. The first conversation, we wiped it out. I sent you some of your money back. The second conversation, I'm like, why you hit me up when I already sent you your money back? So now the third time he hit me up, I just didn't text back because now I already blocked him on Instagram. Now you texting me out different numbers, you feel me? You go low-key on some stalker stuff. And y'all know I'm the only female host. I'm still a female. So with y'all being males coming off like that, it's still kind of like, hold on now, man, we might got to pop his ass. Feel what I'm saying? So I just say that to say, man, look. And we ain't making no threats, no violence, man. Y'all know we on Revolt. We talking about in GTA. But still, though, to my podcast guest from hell, it's all love, my brother. But leave me alone. You feel what I'm saying? We did our business. I sent you that back. What's done is done. I just had to tell y'all about that as a witness line. Everybody watching the witness. If I disappear or something happened to me, we ain't gonna say no names, but he did it. But enough of my funny shenanigans, though, even though it was a very serious story time. Let's go ahead and introduce my guest of the day, man. Today on KK's Corner, we got Big Jock in the building.
What's cracking?
You feel me? Atlanta's own event curator, filmmaker, A&R, and educator.
Oh, man.
He's the man behind Creatives After Dark, the agency and production company he started back in 2015 while still in high school just to put his people on. For the last decade, he's been throwing festivals, concerts, art shows, charity events, and screenings, bringing out names like Schoolie, Tufi Bino, Ben Riley, B Slime, David the Tragic, and pop star Benny. On top of that, he's dropped films like Love Letters You'll Never Read and his latest, Pocket Full of Blues. You know what? I think that's enough of the intro. Let's go ahead and get into this conversation. Everybody give a big round of applause. Show a lot of love to Big Jock.
For sure.
Yeah, how you feeling?
It's all love.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
You did.
I'm grateful for you to be here with me, man, vibing out on KK's Corner. You know, we live streaming.
Sure.
We recording a podcast show, so I appreciate you for coming down.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so look, the way I start every episode of KK's Corner, I got to ask you 3 would you rather questions. You got to answer off the top of your head. Can't even think about it. You ready?
Let's run it.
I bet. Would you rather... Would you rather sell out a film premiere in every major city or sell out a 10 music festival tour?
10 music festival tour.
Really? Why so?
More money at the hard ticket sales. The premiere would be the same, but the that would just build the brand strong enough to like keep going.
Yeah. It's all about revenue. If it ain't making no money, it ain't making sense.
Right, you feel me?
You feel me? Okay, would you rather teach for the rest of your life and inspire thousands of kids, or would you rather retire tomorrow with $10 million in your bank?
Retire tomorrow, $10 million. I'm not even gonna let you finish. Teaching is cool. It's a passion, but man, it just pay the bills.
Facts, man. If you know, you know. All right, last but not least, would you rather pit on an event with your dream artist but lose money, or make huge profit from an event with an artist you're not a fan of?
Ooh. First option.
Really?
The reason why is because the dream artist, I could lose the money, but I'll do it. Like, my dream artist would be like Larry June. Like, doing a Larry June show would be crazy. And if I lost all the money, I could say, hey, Larry June performed at Creators After Dark. But I couldn't even, like, book them if I don't like them at all.
I see. It got to be some type of connection. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, speaking of artists in Atlanta, I know you heard of the artist T Hood who just passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace for sure. And I think it's just like, and you can tell me your opinion on this, right? But I think it's crazy how artists really don't get, like, some artists don't get the recognition they deserve to after they pass away. I just seen somebody make a post like, man, now he on Hollywood Unlocked, he on the Shade Room, he on TMZ. Everybody talking about his death, but they wasn't posting his music or talking about it when he was alive.
Yeah, it's real sad, especially like T Hood. He an East Side legend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the East know who he is. He came up in that club, party promoter scene. He had some records that went big, but it's just like he ain't never get his chance. That big shot to like blow up, and as soon as he dies, like everybody covering it, and it's really because he had that kind of amount of buzz. Everybody's kind of like, you know, kind of jumping on it because it's like, oh, he is somebody in Atlanta, so now we have to blow it up, and it's sad they ain't had that same energy before he died.
Yeah, I feel like that be happening to a couple artists. Don't it be? Do you think like the media be like clout chasing when they do that, or do you think they just hopping on top of whatever's trending? I
think it's a little bit of both. Like when Trouble died, I remember folks being like, "Y'all ain't never post Trouble before," but like, you know. But I'm like, School kind of was a star, so you know it kind of just be like wherever you was at the time of your death. Like you couldn't play T Hood like and just be like, oh, whatever age man died in Atlanta. Like he was a known rapper in this city. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't play him. So some people might look like they clout chasing, but really it's also kind of giving him the prominence in his death. But I don't know. It's just a weird place with media and death when it comes to that with rappers. No, it's almost like they don't know how to like utilize it or go about it.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's all I've been seeing on my timeline. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And somebody like, man, they just now posting when he passed. They ain't did that when he was alive. I'm like, man, I could say the same thing about certain platforms, but a lot of rappers, like, I feel like that's just, unfortunately, that's just the negative way the world is, brody.
I mean, the media's just negative anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just read yesterday, dude died. Man got killed. Man's dead. Like and they said his wife was like really dealing with a heart, and WSB TV put father of 20 died in local shooting, and I was like, why did y'all have to put that man had 20 kids? Cause
it's good clickbait.
Yeah, that's all it be.
I ain't gonna lie though, you wouldn't have, if you was running a media platform, you wouldn't have did the same thing though.
That's why I never made a media platform.
Me neither. I
never wanted to be like the one spreading the news, gossip. I don't even gossip for real, so I don't even.
Hey, I be telling them, they be like, why you don't post other stuff on KK's Corner? I be like, I post KK Corner on KK Corner. I cannot get into anything else because it's just like then it's just too much of a fine line. It's too much black and white. Like I can't do it, man. But on the positive side of Atlanta though, T.I. and Tiny been together for 15 years. So I gotta ask you, bro, what do you think is the key to having like a long lasting relationship, like something longer than like a 5-year span?
Man, you asking the wrong person.
What?
You asking the wrong person.
So you be out here playing with her?
Nah, I don't. I ain't been in no relationship in like 5 years.
Twin, wait, come again?
But you also gotta remember, like, all that stuff I do, it's kind of hard to balance it with a relationship. So I don't really have like no relationship advice. I don't give relationship advice. I'll be like, bro, I just go about my day.
Do you really think you too busy for a relationship though? Cause it's like,
no, it's not being too busy. It's the balance that sometimes when you're dealing with a woman, like, okay, prime example. I just had a conversation with the homies the other day. When you're dealing with somebody and you working with them,
I'm listening.
And you know, you talking to a woman. Let's say like I'm in the middle of like prime example, I'm in the middle of making my next film right now.
Yeah, for sure.
We already in pre-production. The script's getting done. So if you call me and I'm at the office, I'm not gonna answer the phone. And I'm not even gonna text you back and be like, hey, I'm writing. It's like, you should know that if I told you last weekend, hey, I'm finna lock in on the script, any type of spare time I have is going towards the movie. So you should know better than to like try to ease your way. Like don't try to pull up on me, none of that. It's like I'm always at the office. And then some girls just be like, well, you don't know how to communicate. Like, no, I communicated with you that I'm about to lock in on this movie. That means I'm not breaking up with you or I'm not finna be done dealing with you, but understand that the movie is the purpose right now.
Yeah.
Everything else is secondary.
Nah, that's true though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I heard somebody say, like, take a look at people who've been together for 50 years. I bet you ain't none of them successful. And when they said that, it kind of fucked me up.
That ain't all the way true, but
I'm like, that ain't all the way true all the time. But they basically trying to say that love can be a big distraction on the way to your purpose.
Nah, for sure. I tell the homies that all the time. I seen dudes like running up real money and then they fell in love and they just had to settle for whatever. Or they was chasing a passion and they fell in love and then they stopped doing it.
Why do you think that is though?
It just comes with it. Like you meet somebody, you be like, man, I'm tired of chasing this dream. I got my woman. I'm about to start a family. Let me go get a regular job and I just want the white picket fence. That's what a lot of people end up doing. And for the folks who just out here chasing it you just gotta know, like, it might be a long time before you find your person. Cause you gonna be chasing it every single day.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Do you ever think about shit like that? Like, damn, like, when am I gonna settle down? Like, you got an age you want to get married?
I think about that every day.
Yeah.
But I also tell myself, like, when it happens, it's gonna be so fire because it's gonna be unexpected. Age, I can't put no age on it because I was telling somebody the other day, they was like, yo, do you ever think you're gonna retire from making movies? I said, I'm gonna make movies till I die.
Okay.
So I don't know when I'm gonna get married. It's gonna have to be when I'm not making a movie.
Oh, so that's basically never, because you just said you're gonna make movies till you die.
Exactly.
All right, then. So look, man, let's go ahead and dive right in. You started Creatives After Dark in high school, right?
In college.
Oh, in college.
In college, but it's not that far off. So I graduated 2012. I started CAD 2015 while I was at University of West Georgia.
Okay. Hey, I be hosting parties at West Georgia. I be down there turning up. They pretty cool down there.
Yeah, shout out to Carrollton.
Yeah, shout out Carrollton for sure. Y'all police crazy, but y'all school be lit when I come party with y'all, you feel me? But I say all that to say, like, what inspired you to start this brand at such a young age?
So what happened was, it was a couple local, like, indie rappers that was my age that I was cool with. And what happened was they wasn't getting booked. And I was like, why y'all not getting booked? I didn't understand that world yet because I kind of had went through the party promoter kind of stage of life where it's like you just go see the parties. If you managing a rapper, you take them to the strip club first. Like, I didn't really understand the whole showcase thing. So when people was telling me, like, bro, I'm not getting booked, I'm like, how you not getting booked? Go work at the strip club. They said, nah, listen to my music. And I would listen to the music. It was more like the J. Cole-ish, backpack rap. I was like, oh, you can't go perform this in the strip club. So I was like, where they usually perform at? So they would say, like, oh, Apache, Cafe, some venues down by GSU. So I went to these spots, and I would ask, yo, how can such and such perform here? Oh, they gonna have to pay $200. They gotta bring 20 people. I said, man, that's crazy. I said, hey, y'all, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go throw a show, and I'm gonna put all the unknown dudes on there. And we ended up doing it at 585 Wells Street, which is now Ambient Plus Studios. But we got bad deal with them, double booked. So we went up to the street on Peter Street, went to Dream Cafe.
These spots be all about their money, man.
Right. Dream Cafe don't even exist no more. It's where Parlor is now on Peter Street. But Dream Cafe was like a vegan smoothie shop. Probably held like maybe 40 people max. And we had 150 people come out to that very first show to watch all them dudes perform. Because at the time, Atlanta was like kind of, you had like that party promoting thing. You had beer and tacos. You had the small showcases going on Edgewood and Peter Street. But if you was like a college student age, you really either like had to fit in one of them crowds or you had nowhere to perform. And we kind of felt like, I just always been like that, rebellious. I was like, oh, we just gonna go do our own thing. Like, we don't care. Like, and it was no diss to nobody. We just was like, bro, we're gonna do our own thing. To this day, I still operate like that. I don't really like to partner or collab. I be like, bro, I'm gonna just go do my own thing. And I've been operating like that since then.
I agree. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. That's dope. I love the fact that you did your own thing. But like, damn, still to this day, no collaboration.
No. If you come in with the bag, see, that's the thing. That's the
Okay,
difference.
Chat.
Corporate sponsorship, corporation come in, cool.
Yeah.
We can talk splits.
Yeah.
We can talk percentages. But what I cannot deal with at all is like ground level, like trying to work together, which I have collaborated with a lot of people over the years. But in the beginning, I was not trying to join nobody's club. I felt like we needed our own club. And Creators After Dark, I mean, if you, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but if you look at from, like, we celebrated 10 years this year.
Yeah, that's major too.
And
Congratulations.
we're one of the only event companies still around that was with that original 2015 crew that still throw events. You know what I'm saying? We never gave up. So,
especially because like in Atlanta, it seems like every year, every 6 months, it's a new promoter. It's somebody new doing something. It's somebody new pushing it. Like, it don't seem like they really stay down for the come up around here. So I do think that's a big flex. So I got to give you a major congratulations on that.
I appreciate that. And, you know, it be waves in the city. I'm not going to cap. It be waves of things happening. And what you got to do is you either going to go with the wave or you're going to stand and work on your brand. And sometimes you ain't going to have a good year. We had bad years where we threw shows and we didn't have the same attendance rate as the year before, but then we stayed down. And actually, crazy thing, COVID happened. When COVID happened, we was supposed to have our 5-year anniversary show that March before it happened. Mm-hmm. COVID happened, middle of COVID. I'm like, bro, we finna have a 5-year anniversary show, man. Forget that. Had it at Union EAV, 600 people. And we've been doing 150 to 300 a show ever since.
Yeah, I know that right. Big flex, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to tell me, like, if this ever happened to you, right, what's the wildest thing you ever did to make sure an event didn't flop? Because I know sometimes being a promoter in Atlanta, last minute things can go wrong. Venue switches, people canceling, security, hosts, DJs. So, like, what's the wildest thing you did? Or like a crazy time, you like, nah, I gotta do this and that to make sure this still happen.
Man, the Dollar Show. The Dollar Show we had at Dream Cafe. So that was our third show.
Okay.
At that 2015 year. So I don't know who did it. We ain't gonna speculate. This back when Spin was open, the pizza spot, and 255 was on Peter Street. So I don't know what business was on that street tripping on us that day, but we had so many people coming in there. They called the police and told them we was in there smoking weed and selling drugs out of that man's restaurant. So he calls me and he's like, yo, I'm finna shut your show down. I'm like, bro, the show just started and it's packed. It's lit in here. He comes up there. He's like, yo, where the weed at? Well, I'm kicking y'all out. I said, there is no weed. I said, walk in your spot. You don't smell no weed. He walks in there. There's no weed. It's just people. It really musty in there because there's about 200 people trying to fit in this small cafe. Like, it's the size of a Starbucks.
Wow.
It's not big at all. It's people standing on top of each other.
Motion.
And it's so crazy that I guess he forgot all about it because he ran back behind the register and was like, yo, who want a smoothie? He sold out of everything he had in the restaurant.
Hey, when he got there, his business mode came on. Like, nah, fuck that. Hold on, I'm finna get that money.
But I had to, like, run up and down the street, like, try to get the other owners to tell them, like, no one's smoking weed in our spot. It was crazy. Like, but I was young. If I was really, like, smart, I just wouldn't even care. I was like, bro, come shut it down. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because we ain't pay nothing for the venue. We paid, like, $75 for the venue.
Yeah, but that's all like growing pains, you know what I'm saying? You got to live and grow. You got to go through it to grow through it, you feel what I'm saying? Especially doing events for 10 years. I know you done learned like so many lessons off of that, bro. Like, what's the one major lesson you'll tell somebody who new trying to start throwing events in Atlanta?
Make a budget.
Ooh,
Make a budget sheet.
They don't be knowing nothing
Make
about that.
Make a budget sheet. Mm-hmm. And then also understand, make a budget sheet and then go watch somebody do a show. Shadow them for a night. Not a club show either. So let me make myself clear. I don't call myself a promoter because I don't do clubs. I only do shows that I produce myself. So that's why we kind of call ourselves event curators. And there's a big difference because the club be owned by somebody and you be promoting it at the door. We event curators. We go buy the venue out ourselves and then sell the ticket and bring in the set design, and we do everything ourselves. So I would say, depending on how you want to do it, if you want to go work the club, ain't nothing wrong with working the club. There's a lot of rich party promoters out there. Go shadow somebody. Make sure that's what you want to do. Because if shadowing is going to show you, but also make a budget sheet. Because I just had to tell somebody the other day, they was trying to book a DJ. And they was trying to book the DJ. The DJ quoted them $750. I said, how long the DJ going to be DJ? He said, an hour. I said, my brother in Christ. Let's have a conversation. I said, why would you pay that if you only paying $200 for the venue? And this is no thing, this to DJs or none of that. But if he's spending $200 on the venue, he has money to spend on a DJ, but he doesn't have $750. He's gonna be $950 in the hole before he sell a ticket. That doesn't make sense business wise. I said, no, go back, find your DJ, negotiate for an hourly rate, and pay him. Now, if he wants $750, that's his business. But I told him don't, because he was finna give him the money. I said, so you're finna pay $750, $1,500. You finna pay $3 and you only paid $500 for this venue? He said, yeah, man, I just want the shit to be lit. I'm like, hey, bro, nothing in the world is that lit. You get for $3,000, for $3,000, you could get like 5 DJs in Atlanta to spin.
We got wait, hold the fuck up. Hold up, wait. Let me wrap my little host head around this. The DJ wanted $750 for 1 hour?
There are DJs that want that, and they deserve it because I'm pretty sure if you're quoting that, you've done enough. Because I know like a few DJs have quoted me before, like, oh, I want $400 an hour. Now, mind you, and this is where the business side of this comes in. So I probably should explain this to somebody watching it who want to do a show. Yeah. So this is what it is. So basically what you take is you take your venue cost. Let's say your venue costs $500. That means at $10 a head, you have to get, $10 a head. You have to get 50 people to show up and spend that $10. That's how you make the money, right?
Right.
So then the second thing is, okay, you know you're going to have sound DJ. My thing would be either find a homeboy that DJ or somebody you cool with. Now, if you want to spend the real money, go ahead and do it. Okay, you want somebody that's $250 an hour? Bet that's a rack. So now you spending $1,500. You're $1,500 in the red before selling a ticket. You still got to figure out marketing. You going to run ads, you going to get flyers made, or this is how you can cut it up. Sell vendor space. Mm-hmm. You want a podcast, pull up, hey, $250, we'll put you on the flyer, all that. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Cut the cost down. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I'm not saying cheat nobody out of their money. What I'm saying is work was well in your budget. Because I've seen people put $2,000 into a show and make $400. And I'm like, you didn't make $400 because you did nothing wrong. You made bad investment decisions. Sometimes you got to cut the cost. And, you know, people probably going to say what they want to about the DJ thing because they'll be like, oh, well, you pay for what you get. I do pay for what I get. I pay for quality sometimes, and sometimes I go the cheap route. I might get my partner to do it, or I might get my cousin to do it, or we might just playlist party it. Who knows? It depends on my budget, and that's what matters is my business model at the end of the day. And if you don't fit the business model, it's okay. That's another thing if you starting to throw shows to understand. Don't argue with nobody about their price. If your price is $750 for the hour to DJ and it's $3,000 for the night, cool. You probably done DJ'd in the Bahamas, all that. You do not work for my business model. So I'm going to go find somebody that's cheaper. But they also shouldn't feel slighted because why would you want to work with somebody who don't want to pay you that?
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell somebody did that make them worth $750 an hour to DJ. I'm trying to figure out what type of accolades. Now, when you said $250, I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
When you said $300, $400, I said, all right. When he said $750, I said, well, damn.
I'm pretty sure like a Zach Fox or somebody that's like popping is probably upwards of like a couple grand. But they're worth it because if you put that name on the flyer, people are going to come out. So that's a big thing too. That's why I'm saying there's no disrespect to any DJs, but it's all about what your name can bring to my flyer. Mm-hmm. If I do Creators After Dark, I'm gonna have sounds by such and such. Then if you come to me after and be like, hey bro, Jock, hey man, I want $400, I want $500 an hour. Bet, because if I'm gonna make the money at the door, I have no problem paying you that.
So the accolades of their price being high depend on the value of their name and how much people can attract to it based off of that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh shit!
I'm saying no.
I thought I had it.
That's the politically correct way of explaining it. But what I'm saying is, I don't argue with no one's price. I let them. You can quote me whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, I have to do what's best in my budget.
Facts.
And I can't overpay you. Like, I always tell people when they quote me something, I'll be like, nah, that's not gonna work. They be like, nah, I can work with it. I say, no, you don't understand. That money's not gonna appear out of nowhere. So I'm just going to withdraw my bid and like I'll just go work with somebody else. I said, well, when I get the budget right, I'll come back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's why when people hit me up and they try to book me as a host, I'll be telling them like I work with all budgets. Like I got a price, but then I got a price that I do. You feel what I'm saying?
You need to stop doing that. Real quick. You need to stop doing that.
Why?
Do not work with all budgets.
What? Why not?
The problem with working with all budgets is when you come down to it, people are going to take advantage of it. And this the thing. Prime example, if you get booked to host something and someone paid you $300, you cannot take a $75 booking no more. Why would you do that? Because then they're going to hear and they be like, why I pay her $300 for that? You don't want to do that. And you don't want to do that. When I took pictures, because I used to be a photographer, somebody paid me $600 to take photos one time. So when everybody asked me how much you charge for photos, it was $600 or better. And then I got booked a couple times, and then I stopped getting booked for a while because that was expensive for people. But I never was mad at anybody. But once I hit that paywall, you cannot tell me it's any less than that. It's like, no, I got paid for that. The service was rendered. That is my current rate.
Yeah, because like when it comes to like a 2-hour set, boom, same number, everybody. But if somebody want to book me for a longer, like 4 hours, 6 hours, then that's when I kind of work with their budget and we can flex it around because it's a longer set. You feel what I'm saying? But
do you have a base minimum?
Yeah, I do got a base minimum.
Okay, as long as you got a base minimum.
Yeah, I don't go under the base minimum. But I do agree that whatever price you charge one person, you got to charge somebody else. And it's crazy because I was just talking to my DJ friend. I said, bro, when you went up on your DJ price, how did you go about having the conversations with all the promoters you work with? Because now you got to have this conversation with 6 different people. Like, hey, bro, I ain't trying to be an asshole, but it's my business. I need to grow. So my price that I get paid to work need to grow. So it's just crazy full circle moment that we end up having this conversation. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Let me say, I hope he said he wouldn't have had. Sometimes you gotta have them hard conversations. Like somebody asked me the other day how much you charge to direct something for them. I ain't gonna say it on here, but it was a pretty penny.
It was a hard conversation.
Yeah, it was a hard conversation.
No, for sure. So look, man, you don't work with some heavy names. Which artist brought out the craziest crowd? Like which artist brought the most people out? It was vibey, everything.
It's not even. He ain't even. It's so crazy. He's not even like like. I don't want to call him a local artist. My boy Spence, Sky God Spence, man. Shout out to Spence. The Union show we talked about.
Yeah.
Bro brought out 75 girls. And then they got on stage with him and performed with him. Shout out to that boy Spence.
Damn, all right, shout out Spence for sure.
Yeah. He need to start by making music, but he hard.
Yeah.
He hard. Go listen to his project, Let a Bad Bitch Be Herself.
Oh yeah, I know that right, man. Yeah. Shout out Spence. So you gotta tell us about your third film, Pocket Full of Blues, Money Can't Buy Happiness. What inspired this film, and what's the one scene that's your favorite scene? Like, which scene you was like, this the hardest?
The party scene.
The party scene?
Yeah. So what inspired the movie was went through a breakup. It kind of hit home, and then I wrote a stage play. So we hosted the stage play first, and once the stage play got adapted, people got mad about the stage play because I could only do it for one night. It cost $1,700. I wasn't doing that shit twice.
Yeah.
So then I took that and then I went to adapt the screenplay and turned it into a movie. And it's really good. It's about just a moment in time between two people that's dealing kind of like what I'd be dealing with, too busy type shit. And then what ended up happening was the party scene was at my venue, the Blue Room Studios that no longer exist. But that's my favorite scene.
Yeah, for sure. You talking about you wrote it about a breakup. You had to write this bitch a minute ago, though, because you said you ain't been in a relationship in 5 years.
I mean, you still be having the moments.
We got a little bad. All right. Black people, boy, I'll tell you about it. Okay, all right, for sure. What's the most expensive mistake you've ever made on a set or at an event?
Booking an artist.
What?
Booking artists.
Yeah, book somebody you spent a lot of money, you didn't get a return on the investment.
Nah, this is what happened, man. No, that's not the most expensive mistake I made. The most expensive mistake I ever made was not having a full agreement with the venue. So Center Stage, I don't really fuck with Center Stage. I don't really do nothing with Center. Oh, my bad. I really don't do nothing with Center Stage. Center Stage is cool. It's a cool venue for people to book. I like them and whatever. But one of the biggest issues I had with them was they have these secret fees for stuff, and they don't tell you they charge for it. Like, it comes with one mic, prime example. They have one mic. And then if you get like 4 extra mics, they'll tell you like, oh, yeah, you can have 4 extra mics. You're not knowing you paying $150 per mic. So I'm talking about when I get the bill at the end of the night, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, no, we made this much money at the door. What's going on? And they was like, yo, nah, you asked for extra mics. You asked for mic stands. You remember when you had to bring the auto-tune thing in? We had to bring in the extra AV guy, man. They had $1,200 worth of fees that they took out on me. But it's cool. Never again. Never again.
Never again, man. Center Stage, you ain't right. Look, man, we're going to take a quick commercial break, then we're going to get right back to it. It's KK on the check-in. Let's get it. It's KK on the check-in. I'm sleep, but we ain't sleeping on Good Times ATL. Man, look, if you into the fashion, you like to get fly, your swag be on point, you in Atlanta and you need a place to come shop at, come get some real drip at, make sure y'all hit up Good Times ATL. As y'all know, they been here since 2020, but we been getting drip from Good Times since like 2017, 2018, you know what I'm saying? Soon as y'all come in the store, we instantly, hold on, come here. Who you know in Atlanta? Come Ricky, come Trim. Okay, cool. We instantly come Ricky. We got the drip over here. If you in the A, you need you some good drip. You got you some money on to spend, because come here, you know you can't have no fun yon if you ain't got no money on. You know what I'm saying? If you in the A, you got you some money to spend, you trying to get fly, trying to get right one time, make sure y'all come visit my people at Good Times ATL. It's KK on the check-in for KK's Corner. Y'all still ain't coming to shop yet?
She thinks she sick, this bitch just sent me a note. What is wrong? Niggas ain't rocking that shit. Bitch, I got a one coat. I'ma just say this shit once. Ain't gonna say it.
Yeah, and we back, man. So look, we gotta get into these brand collabs. You feel what I'm saying? In the past 10 years, you've been doing a lot of moving, connecting a lot of dots, putting a lot of pieces together. So you were a part of the campaign for Jordan Flight Essential Hoodies. How did that come about, and how did it feel seeing yourself in a global brand?
Man, shout out to my homegirl, Aussie. Like, I love you forever for that. That was so fun. So we actually met on Clubhouse on some crazy shit. Yeah. We met on Clubhouse, and I had put out my book, my second book, The Play Don't Care Who Make It, and somebody bought it for her for Christmas. So me and her linked, and then we met at the Atlanta Streetwear Market in person, and then after that we just she literally. But this is crazy. This is how it went. She calls me one day randomly like, "Hey, Jock, I'm gonna tell you to delete something off your Instagram today, and then check your message request this week." Cool. I checked the message request. It's from a company, and then the company, they email me, they get on the phone. They was like, "Hey, so our client is Nike. What size do you wear?" I said, "What size?" I'm thinking she's trying to get me to shoot the content. She's like, "Oh, nah. What size you wear? You're gonna be in the campaign." Yeah, so we was on the sneakers app. I was on the Jordan Essential site, like. That was hard. Shout out to Aussie. Aussie hard for that forever.
Yeah,
that's my partner.
That's what's up, bro. I know that was like a crazy. What did you have to delete though? I'm sorry. Like, what did you have to? You had something inappropriate up there? I
did something for my birthday. I did some just some hood birthday shit. Like I shot it with my nigga Q. He had a gun and a ski mask.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't want nobody influencer that had anything connected to violence. So I had to delete a couple. I had to archive a bunch of posts. And she was like, "Archive it. Don't post nothing crazy on the story." And I got you. And I was in the video, like the little commercial, and I was on the sneakers app.
Yeah, teacher living double lifestyles, man. Teacher living double lifestyles.
Yo, when my students saw that, it was crazy. When they found my Instagram and saw that, they was like, "Mr. Trailer famous." I was like, "Nah, twin, chill out."
How do that be though? Like being a teacher and balancing doing everything else you do.
Man, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Because all it did was make me a better businessman and make me a better leader. Because when you teaching, what happens when you teaching is what you don't even understand is that they're teaching you so much about yourself in the reflection. Because kids copy everything you do. So if you a teacher that comes in there every day and you mad, you hate yourself, you depressed, it's going to reflect in how the children act towards you. So I go in there every day with love. Hey, man, what's going on? What's wrong? Pimping, you know what I'm saying? Twin, what's up? Nephew. You know, they love, like, my kids that just graduated loved me. They was like, Unc, I'm going to miss you when I graduate, Unc. I love, because every day I come in there, man, what you doing, man? What you got going on? Why you coming in here eating hot Cheetos, bro? Why you ain't drinking orange juice? You know what I'm saying?
8 o'clock in the morning and your breath hot, my boy.
That's right. And it gives me a lot of leverage to do because my job is easy. Like, I'm a support teacher. I've been a support teacher for 8 years. So I work in special ed. I do culture, which, so there's no such thing as ISS, in school suspension, no more. It's called culture now. That's how we deal with discipline. So, yeah.
That's a little fucked up that the new word for ISS is called culture. That's not a little crazy to y'all?
Well, it's climate culture. So the climate of the school is based on the culture. So they be like, okay, support the culture, make sure we keeping a good culture in the school. But the school I work at now, like, the kids aren't bad at all. Like,
that's what's up.
I have no bad kids. The school I left was horrible. And it's closed down, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think would be harder, like managing an artist or managing a classroom?
Managing an artist. I can go in any school in Atlanta and manage a classroom at this point.
Yeah.
Managing an artist is hard. I manage 5 artists and they are all headaches in their own ways.
Yeah. I know you say, like, when you teaching at the school, like, it's a good reflection. You learn things from the kids. Like, what's that one thing that you learned from one of your students that you probably didn't expect?
Patience.
How so?
Patience and empathy. Because I had this one kid, man, that just smartest kid I've ever worked with, straight A student. But the behavior was just out of control 24/7. And one day I sat him down and told him, I said, look, bro, I feel like, I don't even tell people this. I said, I feel like you can be anything in this world. I feel like one day you could be the president if you really wanted to. But even the president got to follow rules, bro. And you got to, like, and he got his act together, man, all the way toward the end. And I cried when he walked that stage in May.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? And his mama, I helped, because he got his mama and his daddy in his life. But I definitely hugged him and cried on his shoulder like, oh, this is my son. I raised him since he was in 3rd grade. Like, because that boy that was a journey to get him across that stage.
I never really thought about the impact that teachers really have on you, especially when you say, like, you've been with him since 3rd grade. He graduated 8th grade. Like, that's a long time. Like, I never really, like, realized, like, how important or valuable educators were till you kind of just said that. I ain't gonna lie.
I tell their parents all the time, like, these my children. I be with them 40 hours a week. So these my children. Y'all take them home. I deal with them all day.
Yeah.
These really my kids.
Nah, for real, though. At that point, nah, for real, though.
These really mine.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people all the time, they be like, you got some kids? I say, I got 347.
Nah, for real, bro. And then it's like you managing so much from the artists to the kids to the filmmaking. Like, you really the GOAT out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you juggle a lot. That's a lot to juggle, twin. Especially, like, that's a lot. Then you got events on top of that. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why getting married is impossible.
Yeah, like, what is your mental health routine like dealing with all of that?
You just got to take some time to yourself. Like, I have non-negotiables. So my non-negotiables is, like, on Saturday, I don't answer the phone. I put my phone on D&D on Saturday morning. Saturday morning after the work week, I get up and I have a routine. I go to the track over at Hugh C. Conley at College Park Stadium. I walk the track for an hour. Then I go home, take a shower, and I do whatever I want to the first half of the day. Anything after 12 is like, okay, I can get to business. But from at the time I wake up about around 5, 6, 7 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday to 12, I do whatever I want to.
So you one of them people that be like, gotta wake up at 5 a.m., get your day started in, make your day great, make your week great, wake up at 5 a.m., set that alarm early.
Well, I just always have woke up early, and then when I started teaching, my body never goes off of teaching time. Like, I have to be at work at 7:30, so getting up at 6:15 has been nothing the last 8 years.
Yeah. Have you ever hit a point of burnout?
Yes, multiple times.
Yeah. And what did you do to, like, get yourself out of that burnout point?
I worked harder.
Okay.
Like,
I'm burned. Let's keep burning.
Like, literally, Pocket Full of Blues, the stage play came out of burnout. But I was so burnt out that I pissed myself off that I had that I kind of like let my body just like die on me. And I said, okay, bro, you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna do something I've never done before. And if it fails, I'm gonna accept it as the failure. And that was the stage play.
Okay, that makes sense though. Then it's like it go good. So it's like, yep, got myself out this hole. Feel way better about myself now.
Right. No matter what happens.
Yeah. All right, cool. So look, in your opinion, does the creative grind make your mental health better or weaker?
Better.
Yeah.
Better. Because this is the thing. I tell people all the time, if you look around just everywhere, you can look at your circle, like, because I don't know how many friends you have. I know the people that's in here, but I'm saying the circle, the total circle, your community, whatever, right?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I look around my community, which is like big, because I have a large amount of people that support me. But I look at sometimes my peers, and sometimes I know that where I'm trying to go with it, I know a lot of people are not willing to take it that far. And when you have that realization, that's the mental health side of it, where you need to tell yourself, okay, I know like I'm going to hit this point and then I'm not going to do no more. And a lot of people are getting to that point because as we get older, bills start getting real, money start slowing up on the passion, and like you have to pivot. And a lot of reasons a lot of people in my age group stop doing stuff is because one, they didn't know how to pivot, but two, they had to grow up. Me, I've been hustling since I was 14, 13, 12 years old. So I've always been about $1. I've always saw like my life ain't regular. Like I never thought about, I'm gonna just get a job, go home every day. That hasn't been a thing since I was a teenager.
And I'll be telling people, bro, like it's all about balance. You can work a job and still run a business. I hate the fact that society make us feel like it got to be one or the other. You either got to be an entrepreneur or you got to be a 9-to-5er. Let's eliminate the this or that. You can be both until you can be one. You get what I'm saying? Like, I hate that, because then you got broke ass entrepreneurs because they ego and pride is like, I won't get a 9-to-5. Or then you got depressed ass 9-to-5ers who ego and pride is like, I can't work a job and build a business. We got to stop that. I know a lot of y'all think I just host clubs and do a podcast. I go to work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop that. People be like, they'll see me at work and be like, oh my God, you have a 9-to-5. Like, oh my God, yes, I'm in my process of building my brand and I have a job that supports my life and my bills and investing more into my business. Like, we got to stop thinking that you either a full-time entrepreneur or a full-time 9-to-5er. You can be both.
I feel like that's just immature thinking too, to like operate like that. But I also think a big part of it that a lot of people miss is that the average person is lazy. The average person will go on Instagram and see somebody DJing and be like, I can do that too. Will buy the equipment, buy the Serato, load it up with music, and when they start getting booked too much and it starts being too much for them, they're going to be like, hey, I don't want to do this no more. There's way more of them than us. And we have to keep pushing forward for everybody else.
Yup. So look, man, I got a couple more questions before we go, right? And this has just been on my mind probably like all month, as I'm growing, getting older, going through changes. This has really been on my mind. Do you think being humble takes you far in life, or do you think it keep you stuck? Because some people say being too humble will get you overlooked, but then flexing too much will keep you stuck. Like, what do you think about that?
I feel like being humble is what you should do in the beginning, for sure. And you have to keep a level of humbleness about yourself, because we continuously learning as we get older and as businesses get better. I feel like I have no reason to flex. I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why flexing culture makes no sense. If you're grateful for where you at, because this is the thing, I always look at it like no one has to support anything I'm doing. The fact that I have a community, I'm always overly grateful for. At every show, when I be at Blue Room, when I be wherever, and I work the door, I thank you for coming out. I give people free drinks. I try to show them that I appreciate them. Because once you show somebody that you really care for them, you are everlasting product. They will always spend money with you. So I'm never flexing on nobody. I could care less. Now, there are the moments, like at my premiere, I had on $1,500 Cartier glass. But that's slight. That's like not even a flex. I ain't flex on nobody. I just put on Cartier glass. Now, if you just want to show off, everybody need to show off a little bit. But the whole like trying to be like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing You don't need to say that. That's the thing. It don't have to be said. You are who you are because your community gonna tell people who you are.
I just feel like it's so hard to go about in 2025 when, let's be honest, everything is a number game. Everything is ran off numbers.
Right.
Like, everything. Like, how many views do your YouTube get? How many views do you get in your chat? How many people there? How many views do you get on your music? How many views do you get on your film? It's like the world kind of make us feel like, nah, you got to flex. You got to, nah, nigga, I hit this many numbers on that. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's where that pressure kind of like,
but then that's also peer pressure. And you can alleviate that by just focusing on yourself and your brand. Prime example, I keep myself busy. I can't even tell you how much stuff we done this year or how much we going to do before December because I don't care as long as it gets done.
Yes, bro. With that being said, I think that's a great way to go into my final question, man. KK's Corner is a brand for influencers by an influencer. So with us living in 2025, what does influence mean to you? Influence
means a constant, almost promotion of your brand to new people and to people who don't know you. I don't like the influencer tag they're trying to put on creators because I feel like now it's a thing like, oh, you're an influencer or you trying to be an influencer. I'm like, if someone has influence, let them cook. Like, they obviously have like a hold on their audience. That's the thing. You're an influencer automatically if you have an audience. You can have 100 people wearing the same thing as you. You're an influencer, whether you want to or not. Yeah. And it needs to stop being a negative thing because a lot of people are becoming millionaires off of that right now, and we should support that.
Do you think all artists are influencers, or do you think...
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. All artists are artists in their way, but only a few artists are actual influencers that can push people and push their fans to, like, do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I'm a huge Larry June fan. So, like, all Larry June talk about is positivity, drinking orange juice, drinking green juice, biking. He promotes a healthy lifestyle. He had a bike run for his album promo.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Only somebody who is an influencer as an artist can do that.
Yeah, okay, besides Larry June, name two other artists who, like, probably, like, good influencers. I think... You name two, I name two. I'm going to go with...
What you mean by good influences? Let's
good influences, nigga.
Like just to... Like to the kids or like they're just good?
Just to the general, just to the world in general. Like, I can name an artist right now who's bad influence.
Okay.
But I can also name two artists that's good influence. Like, what's that dude we met? La Russell. La Russell is positive influence.
La Russell's hard.
Who else do I feel like is positive influence? Damn, what's another artist? You gonna name two, I'm gonna name two. I got La Russell for one.
I got Saba.
You got Saba, okay.
He from your hometown?
I've never heard of Saba.
Saba from Pivot Gang?
I've never had...
Saba's like...
Everybody in the background is looking at me like I'm crazy.
Saba is like one of the best rappers from Chicago ever. Care For Me? You never heard the Care For Me album?
I've never.
You gotta listen to Saba.
They like, look him up. Everybody looking at me like I'm
Saba
crazy.
Saba is hard.
Ain't no disrespect, gang. Go phone them on, check you out.
Yo, Saba is hard. I love Saba and Payroll Giovanni.
Yeah, give me one more artist who you feel like got positive influence. Like, I say Herbo. Herbo got positive influence. He do a lot of giving back. You know what I'm saying? He got a mental health program for Chicago.
I like Mike from New York.
Mike.
Yeah, it's like Mike in all capital. His music is really fire, but like the stuff he talks about is so real. It's just like average nigga music, but it's hard. It's so hard. Yeah. He's really dope. But nah, you have to. I'm pushing the Saba agenda. You tripping.
He can't get off that, bro.
Yo, Saba makes the most positive music I've ever heard. I cried listening to Care For Me. Really? I saw him when he came to Atlanta to perform and cried during the performance. It was that good.
Bruh, that's how I feel about Lil Tony new album, though, because he used to be a drill rapper. Now he rapping about God, and he pushing positivity, and he just got baptized. But I love Lil Tony.
Shout out to the young Atlanta drill rappers, man. I love it. But let me explain why I love it. I don't love the drill, but I love that they're finding something to do positive instead of committing crime. I'd rather all them start rapping than be striking, stealing cars, killing people. Yeah. And Lil Tony, problem is on Lil Tony, I think two of his partners I taught, they was like my students. So the fact that like they all know each other, like they're in a small bubble, the drill rappers and my students. So my students be bringing me all that music early, and I be like, hey, bro. They be like, yeah, man, he hard, but he be doing crazy. I said, man, tell him chill out. Tell your boy chill out. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out Lil Tony for sure, man. And like the whole wave he on right now, and the way I see it going, influencing other artists. Like it was another young Atlanta artist who just dropped another song that's like not like gospel music, but like positive Christian music. Like they rapping about God and they really pushing the message and they really showing how that changed lives. So I just love the way the culture is going with all the YNs in Atlanta, man.
But if you like Lil Tony, you should check out RW5.
I interviewed RW5. That's
you know what's crazy?
Boy.
I taught his little brother.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. Shout out RW5.
Hard. That proud of me. Hard.
Shout out RW5, man. I actually had the chance to interview him at, think it's a record game label, like the actual studio. So shout out RW5. I ain't gonna lie, he cool. I definitely became a fan of him after that interview.
That boy hard.
He got some hits. And congrats to RW5, man. I see you just had a baby, man. Congrats to RW5. Blessings to more life, man. With that being said, shout out to Big Jock. Is there anything you got to tell the people before we go?
Nah, just keep a lookout. Follow Creators After Dark on IG. That's where you'll see everything. Movie postings, event postings. If I'm dropping another book, it'll be on there. If I'm dropping anything, it'll be on there. Just follow Creators After Dark on IG. Follow the Blue Room Studios, ATL, which is our production company, on IG as well.
Hey, yeah. And y'all, I'm going to just let the cat out the bag. I'm going to spill the beans. Girls can't hold water. Y'all gonna see me hosting some of his events real soon, man.
Sure.
Probably 9 times out of 10 gonna see my brother DJ Wavy up there with me as well. So with that,
shout out to Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler.
Shout out
to my talent coordinator, Tyler. Shout out to Tyler Moore, man. Shout out to Tyler, man. That boy right there, I'm finding out is Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
So
Oh, God.
now that I'm finding out you Batman, love you, boy. Appreciate you forever, man. With that being said, it's KK on the check-in for KK's Corner. If you tuned in on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you tuned in off Revolt, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, go ahead, give us a thumbs up. Go ahead, press download. It's KK on the check-in. Let's get it.
Can I get a clip of y'all dapping up real quick?
For which camera? And then get it for the
middle camera. I got
video
you.
Too. I don't know if you want video.
Just count it down. I got you.
You good? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's get it.
Thank y'all so much.